It's weird to be here, be doing content, trying to live life while LA is still burning. What I have discovered that when things that are out of my control start to spin and feel super chaotic, that's the most important time for me to focus on myself and the things that I actually can control. There is still so much uncertainty about the future, now more than ever. Los Angeles is still on fire and has been through so much. Today, I figured I would share a few of those self-care tips that help me stay grounded and calm. And maybe a little bit of makeup too, because that always makes me feel better. So if you're feeling the weight of it, no matter where you are, this video is for you. Now, the first thing I want to do is say a huge thank you to all of you who reached out to make sure that me and my loved ones were okay during these fires here in LA. My husband and I were actually in Belize on our mini honeymoon when the fires broke out. I live super close to where the Sunset Fire started in West Hollywood, and our neighbor and best friend made the decision to evacuate the building just in case. She grabbed a few of our belongings, including my wedding ring, which I did not travel with, and my makeup kit. Our dog was thankfully with our dog sitter who lives farther south down in Hollywood, but they were ready to leave just in case. I can honestly say that everyone I've talked to knows at least one person who lost everything. So many people lost so much. It's just so devastating. And it's also hard not to feel helpless. That being said, I'll leave some links in the description box below if you want to donate or help in any way. Obviously, no pressure. I know times are tough for very many people, but every little bit helps. When we're talking about self-care and all the little ways that you can turn even the simplest of things into a ritual, one of the first things I want to mention is my space or your space. Obviously, you can't see my space beyond what's in the frame, which is this backdrop, right? I'm actually in the second bedroom of my apartment. I have lights because I film here. So for example, I have this candle right here that I'm burning. It smells amazing. It's my favorite scent from Diptyque. This was a Christmas gift. It came in a set of 3 or 4, I believe. I've already burned through all of them, and this is the last one of the set because it's my favorite. I also have my iced coffee. My husband does this really sweet thing, and he makes me a shaken iced coffee in the afternoon if we're both home. It's a small thing, but it makes me feel special and appreciated. One of the things that you could say I've ritualized that I've talked about a lot on this channel that I firmly believe in is double cleansing. I know. My skin literally changed once I started double cleansing. And not to mention, because I live here in LA, it's a city, there's a lot of pollution, but also because of the fires, the air quality is super questionable. No one really knows what's in the air. They don't really know how safe the air is. We haven't been able to get any kind of a straight answer. All the stuff that's in the air goes on my face. And we all know that one of the things that causes aging and stress to the skin is pollution and free radicals. By making sure to thoroughly cleanse the face, I'm removing any of the dirt, the debris, the pollution, etc. from my face to help prevent that from happening. I'm going to say something controversial. I think cleansing is the single most important step that you can take in your skincare routine, especially for anti-aging, even more so than your serums and your retinols. Now, when I double cleanse, I always start with an oil or a balm cleanser, though I am more partial to oil. Are there any balm cleansers out there that you all like? I feel like I've tried a bunch of them and I'm just kind of meh about it. The one thing I don't like about balm cleansers is that I feel like they don't dissolve fully, so you're left with these little pieces of cleanser on your hands when you're trying to wash your face. And not only is it annoying, but it's wasting product. If you have any recommendations, please let me know. I would love to try something new. The cleanser I have been using is an oil cleanser. It's this one from Avene. It's their Xeracalm. I had a bout of eczema last year on my eyelids and on my neck, and this was the only cleanser that did not irritate it at all. It's that gentle. If you all want a full depth tutorial on how I double cleanse, please let me know in the comments below and I will do that for you. For my second cleanse, I would use a gel cleanser like this one from Naturium. This is their niacinamide cleanser. I love all the cleansers from Naturium, most of them. I think they have a salicylic one that I can't really use because my skin isn't acne prone, but all of their gel cleansers that I have used from them have been super gentle. And the best thing about a gel cleanser is that it breaks up any of that oil or the balm that you've used on your face for the first step. This makes sure that your skin is clean. And if I'm wearing makeup, I will go in with a third, yes, a third cleanse. Because let me tell you, sometimes 2 cleanses, it's not enough, especially if you're wearing a full face of makeup. So for the third cleanse, I'll either go in with the gel again, or I'll go back in with the oil, just depending on how my skin is feeling. If it's feeling particularly dry, I'll use the oil. The nice thing about this oil is that it actually foams up very nicely, and it gives you that foamy cleanser feeling without stripping the skin. Now, I also really love to use an ice roller on my face. I actually did a video on this that I'll link above where I show a more detailed breakdown of how I do it. And not only do I love to ice roll my face because it depuffs it and snatches it super quick, but it's also something that I like to call my cold therapy. Now, I'm sure you've all heard at some point about the health benefits of cold therapy, how it regulates the nervous system, among other things. Ice rolling is my version of cold therapy. It's a bit shocking when you first put it on your face, but it also has a really soothing quality to it. Oh my goodness. Whew. Once you acclimate to the feeling of it, it's actually quite enjoyable. It also definitely helps to wake up the brain and wake up the face. Now, I will be the first to tell you that I don't really wear makeup on my days off. The one thing I do know is if I put a little bit of effort into the way that I look, I instantly feel better. That also doesn't mean that the makeup has to take a lot of effort. I'm just gonna do a few little things to elevate my look, but nothing fancy. I'm gonna go in with brows. This is the e.l.f. Brow Lift, and I actually have a little spoolie from e.l.f. It's gonna take a little bit of product, run it through my brows. I don't have any skincare on right now. I might not even fill in my brows, honestly. We'll see. Press it down. And because I said we want payoff, but with not a lot of effort, I'm gonna go in with this CeraVe Hydrating Mineral Sunscreen. It's a tinted sunscreen and it's also super hydrating. So this is gonna take the place of my sunscreen and my moisturizer. I'm gonna grab quite a bit because you need quite a bit of protection. Take about that much into my hands and we're just gonna work it in. Might take a minute because it is a mineral sunscreen, but this is what we need for enough protection. Get down the neck. Don't panic, it will rub in on the ears, back of the neck. You can also use a foundation brush to help you. With this step, I would much rather go in with a lot of one product than layer a moisturizer, then a sunscreen. It's just an extra step that I don't want to do. Even though I know this step is taking a little bit more work than I would normally want, but maybe in my brain that just makes sense. You do you do what works for you. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna do a little bit of brow. Just going in with the NYX Lift and Snatch pen. This is an ash brown. This is my tried and true. Gonna go in and fill in a little bit of areas where it's a little sparse, just giving the brow a little bit of life. Honestly, if I put a brow on and I don't have anything else on, I feel instantly put together. Gonna curl the lashes. I'm going in with one of my favorite products from 2024. This is the Tower 28 Making Waves mascara. It's in the color Drift, which is their dark brown. I love this so much. Tower, can you please make this in a waterproof formula so I can use it on my brides? I love using brown mascara. I just think it creates kind of a softer look. That's a completely separate tutorial. Don't worry about it. We'll get there. But if this could be waterproof, I would literally buy this by the case because I just love it so much. And it's beautiful for a clean formula. I'm gonna take the Rare Beauty Humble Lipstick, just press that into my lips really easily to give my lips a little bit of color. And I'm gonna put a little on the back of my hand, take this Real Techniques brush, tap it in, and create a blush. I was gonna use the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush, but then I thought, you know what? I haven't used their lipstick as a blush yet, and I figure what better time than now, right? A little on the nose, then taking a little of the Naturium Clear Phyto Lip Balm, just for a little moisture and shine. I'm not even gonna powder it. I think it's perfect. Another thing I really love is kind of an act of self-care that feels very pampering. And I actually love to do this even if I'm not going anywhere, is putting on a little bit of perfume. These are from Kayla Gray. It's an independent female-run company. I actually met her at a trade show. She's so lovely. I wish I could remember her name, but she had these beautiful, beautiful scents. And I believe the company is named after her daughter who unfortunately passed away when she was very, very young. And the company is kind of in her honor. And when she told me that story, and I ended up loving these scents, and I thought, well, I can't not buy these because I have to support this, because women have to support each other, right? So I have these two scents and I actually love layering them. This is the Kayla Gray Hearth. Got a little bit more of a spice to it, a little bit of tobacco, a couple of drops on my pulse points. And then this one is Velvet. It's definitely more of a sweeter scent, but the sweetness is balanced with the spicy. And I just love it. And honestly, I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm planning on working the rest of the afternoon and then sitting on my couch and watching the Great British Bake Off with my husband and my dogs. But I'll smell good. So that's really all that matters, right? I think another way to protect your energy and do nice things for yourself is to wear things that are important to you. Like this necklace right here was given to me by my mother right before my wedding. It's very special because it's from her to me, and I wear it all the time. And every time I wear it, I feel very close to her. And that always gives me a great deal of comfort. Times like these have reminded me just how important my relationships are. Not just my marriage, but my friendships and my family relationships as well. I truly believe that holding on to ourselves and each other is how we will make it through any challenging time. I'm sending all of my love out to each of you and especially to my fellow Angelinos. Again, if you feel inclined, please check out one of the links in the description to donate to the relief effort for the devastating fires. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. Don't forget that you are worth the care that you give yourself. I'll see you soon.